check, check. Welcome, everybody, to the iOS ARCA series. I'm Joe Wright. Tonight I'm joined by Eddie Morris, and we're here with the Gill's Dump Truck 25-lap shootout of the ARCA cars here at the Glen. My home track, Eddie, man. I love this place.
That makes one of us, brother. I'm glad you love it.
Man, I grew up going here from the age of 7. We camped in what we know is turn 11 because of the boot. And even with the Cup track now having the chicane, it's also still turn 11. A lot of people will call it turn 7, but it still always be 11 to me. But man, we when I was a kid, we had a group in turn 11 called Fade. And a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but my dad and all them highly disliked Dale Earnhardt. And since Jeff Bodine was from the Northeast in New York specifically, they loved him, and so when those two were going at it, they had a group called Fade. It was fans against Dale Earnhardt at the time, so that was in the early 90s.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, my dad still, I think, has the T-shirt that covers up the symbol, that old 3 symbol. But yeah, right now it looks like Brandon White's on top of the board with Devin Buccino in second. Logan Hagerman, Brian Merrill Jr. is going to be fourth. And fifth, running after top 5, Blake Hensley in qualifying.
All right, guys. I'm gonna start. This race control stuff. I don't know where being.
And you heard that there, Max starting the race control as the admin of the league. And while he's doing that, I'm going to go through with you guys and take a look at our standings here. And Jackson Qualley coming off a 2-win streak right now. Puts himself at the top of the board by a decent size. He's got a 16-point lead over Dylan Redding. Brett Merle in a close third. Logan Hagerman in fourth. And Brian Merle Jr. in your fifth in points. And look at Brandon White. He's got himself locked into the playoffs there. He's back in 23rd in points, but still in a good position. As you see, he's at the top of the board here at Watkins Glen, so he might be able to get another one of those under his belt, put himself right up there with Dylan and Jackson with 2 wins. What do you think about that?
Jackson's been on a tear, man. Jackson has been putting it to him here the past couple of weeks.
I'm excited to see what Jackson can do here at the road course. I know I saw him for a split second last week or 2 weeks ago whenever we ran here in the Cup cars. But we'll see if he can get around here a little bit better. Looks like he's 15th on the board right now. After the Glen, these guys are going to be headed to Phoenix Raceway and then over to the half mile. And then to Kansas Speedway at Tornado Alley, 90. And then we start the round of 12 playoffs at that point.
Yeah, I think you approach those different, knowing that you're locked into the chase. You know,
I surely agree. And another youngster making the field tonight, Atman Weiss, going to take his second chance here with the ARCA Series guys. And, you know, our fellow broadcaster for most of the races here on Intensity Broadcasting. A little shout out to him. Looks like Fronek is in 10th now. Michael Lawrence up to 9th. Jacob Bowen having a nice little laps, putting himself in 8th. And Chris Wheeler 7th. All right, well, we're going to go through the field. And you'll see it here on the screen. You'll see the guys as we go by them as they start to grid up. And starting on your pole, we got Brandon White and that 019 machine. Outside of him, you're going to have Devin Buccino. And that second row, starting on the inside, is going to be the number 27 of Logan Hagerman. And outside of him, we'll start Brian Merle Jr.
Starting P5 is Blake Hensley. P6, we got Brett Merle. Love that picture. I think he was up in the game on Nudi's picture. Starting P7, we got Chris Wheeler. Outside of him will be Jacob Bowen.
And P9, I got Michael Lawrence. Greg Froenick's going to be on the outside of him going into 1. And the 11th spot's going to be our 2-time winner, Jackson Qualley, and outside of him is going to ride just Dustin Dean.
Starting P13, we got James Moore. Rolling off 14th, Michael Provolt. 15th, we got Colton Kinsey over here. I think he's on top of that car in his picture. Starting 16th, we got Derek Chaput.
In that 17th spot in that rainbow car, go figure, it's my brother. In the 18th, David Wright. Zachary Kark's going to start outside of him. Michael Smith right behind him. And Dylan Redding to his... I guess they're going to... Somebody didn't grid there. So Dylan Redding, TJ Floyd are going to be in the next row. And we're going to just roll through these last couple. Mike Rentz. Will Cloud. Atlee Atman Weiss with that Juan's Cantina.
Go get him, Atman.
Max McClure going to start toward the back of the field, that 25th spot. Sylvan Seguin going to start on the inside. Travis Paul in the 38 machine. And rounding out your field in the last spot, Nicholas Ford. As we look back toward the front of the field here, Brandon White leading the guys around on this pace lap. And at the Glen, you got the Porsche leading them around. That's pretty cool, but they're also only going to be local cautions, so you're not going to see any caution laps. I do believe they may have a competition caution on lap 5 or 10, but after that, should be the only full course caution they have, I believe, so we'll see how that works out. This part that they're running through now is called the short chute, as they head down into turn 6 or turn 10, depending on whether you are familiar with the track or not, and then into turn 7. The pace car is going to dip off here, and we're going to be racing here at the Glen.
Excited to see how turn 1's going to turn out here. How many people are going to show some patience.
And the flagman, green flag is in the air. Turn 1's going to be a busy place here. We've known those things called ARCA brakes. We'll see how it turns out for these guys as they roll down into turn 1. 4 wide. Can they make it work? Oh, there's one around. Let's see what happens with Zachary Cox here as they head through the turn 1 here. 4 wide, jumping the curb. Going to get back to the gas, and you're going to see him just spin on into the inside there.
That's never fun.
As you see now, Brandon White working through the carousel. Carrying some pretty good speed down through there. Alan Wernicke starting from the pit road. And that's probably a smart idea considering what happened in turn 1 there.
Pretty good strategy call, I would think. Let everybody get through turn 1 and all spaced out. Then try it on the next lap. I like it.
Logan Hagerman under pressure a little bit from that 31 machine of Blake Hensley. Hagerman up to 3rd. I think that's where he started. Little brake lock up from Hensley there. He's going to run it wide. They watch the rest of the field get up through the S's. Pretty cool shot there. And Eddie, what's your worst part of the track?
Oh, man. All the way from the start of the start-finish line till you come back to the start-finish line.
Well, it looks like Atman Weiss got up on the curb a little bit there. Let's see what happens to him if he's getting back to the track. Oh, he turns around into the blue wall right in front of the 10. Looks like he's going to limp it around. Brandon White still out to a pretty commanding lead. He gets a little wiggle off 11, but man, Buccino not letting him get away. Still pretty close in relation.
Blake Hensley out there looks like he overshot turn 1 there. Brandon White, man, he's out to a second lead, over a second lead, over Devin Buccino. Logan Hagerman still holding in strong at third. Blake Hensley at fourth. Brian Morrell Jr. in fifth. And his brother Brett in sixth.
Yeah, these guys putting on a show up here at the front, man. These guys are racing for position. Brian Morrell Jr., Blake Hensley, and Brett Morrell all together there. And they're not letting these guys really get away. I mean, there's a lead for Brandon White, only 2.2 seconds over third place. But, man, he's under pressure now from Buccino. Buccino really putting it on that pressure.
Oh, Brandon kind of locked him up in turn 1 there. Buccino's going to get by.
You can hear a little lift, squealing of the tires through the S's. Now he's going to go full throttle up off. He's got to get it back to it, 4th gear, as he enters the backstretch here. You're going to hear him down.
This bus. Man, I hate it.
He's going to downshift to 2nd gear as he gets through that bus stop. Brandon White taking an awkward run through there. Going to lose some time now to Buccino. Let's see what he can do through the carousel. Looks like Dustin Dean crashed. See if we see what happened here. Oh, he locks it up into 1. He's around. No contact. Good for him. Sylvan Seguin also having an issue here on track. Let's see if we can see what happened with him. Oh, he just overdrives 11. Looks like he's trying to get back to the gas or to pit road and turns it into the inside wall there. Greg Froelich also having some issues. Froelich locking him up in the bus stop here. That's going to heat them tires up. And man, when he got back to the gas, the car just wouldn't turn there. As everybody skates by him, nice and clear. Looked like Froelich might have had to... No, he's going to keep it on track. Alan Wernicke having some issues after starting from pits. Sounded like he downshift. Oh, he did. He downshifted too far. He went back to the gas and it spun it. And he doesn't make any contact. So that's good. As long as nobody gets into him. Back to the lead now. As we must have missed it. Brandon White getting back by Buccino.
Everything else going on, man. It's crazy. We got Greg Froelich in the pit road right now. 71 machine. Got some heavy damage on his car.
Yeah, there's Fronek hitting pit road. Ooh. Brandon White pushes it wide through one. Man, that's treacherous getting back onto the track from out there. You can see it's really going to let Buccino close up tight as they bust through the S's. This is a heck of a race up here. I kind of like it.
I know. It's definitely been entertaining. Back and forth. It's been fun.
Looks like Warnicki's struggling a little bit. Looks like he went off track again, came back on track. But, I mean, that could be anything. It could be hitting the bus stop a little weird and getting up on the grass a little bit. As now Zachary Cox has crashed again. Let's check it out. Taco Bell 51 machine locks it up. We've seen a lot of that into one. Old ARCA breaking.
Oh, yeah.
That'll really heat the tires up, spinning it around. Liat Manuise coming through and give him a little love and tap.
Poor Atman. He's had a heck of a race so far.
Back to the front now. Starting to step out almost by a second here. It's Brandon White. Buccino closes the distance again through the S's. Looks like Buccino's got him through one and up through the S's. They're walking away from Hagerman Hensley, though. The Merles have now fallen back to 5th and 6th. Our biggest mover of the race right now, Nick Ford, who's up to 19th from starting from last. Uh-oh, we got TJ Floyd, looks like, off track as well. TJ Floyd in the bus stop. Looks like he's going in a little hot. See him get a little bit too hot through there. He just comes to a stop. Still no contact. That's always a good thing.
He couldn't finish the drift. He could have spun it back around and drifted. Right here, man. Brandon White and Devin Buccino. They're not letting each other get too far apart. Right there.
Like Colton Kinsey having an issue. It looks like he's working on Dylan Redding and loses it on his own there. A little aggressive with the moves there. He's got it locked up in the middle of the short chute here. Man, people are going to have to dodge him. He gets it rolling. That's scary if you're... Not only if you're Colton Kinsey, but that's scary if you're one of those other guys.
Oh, yeah. You see that car sitting in the track, and you're just like, oh, no.
17 laps to go. Brandon White into one. But gets off pretty well that time. Buccino still chasing him down. Still right there. Only a half a second back. As they approach some lap traffic here, the 38 machine now of Travis Paul. Woo! Brandon White gets into him and actually got some right front damage. You saw the tire pop through the hood there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a bit of aggressive move for where you were on track. I know you're racing, but man, you just gotta have a little patience in that situation.
Yeah.
Still, Brandon White able to maintain that race lead here. He's got some little bit of right front damage. We'll see if it hurts him over the course of this run. As now they're working 16 to go.
Looks like the caution is out.
And that'll bring out your competition caution here that we talked about. Oh, that Porsche sounded sexy coming off pit road, boy.
I heard that
wow.
too. I was like, what?
That sounds way better than the ARCA cars for sure.
Heck yeah. There it goes again.
Can we get the pace car cam? It was getting it. As the pace car lets the field catch up along the back stretch here. This will give some guys some opportunities to get some repairs done there from some of them short race incidents. Also, maybe some fresh tires and some pit strategy here.
Yeah, for the rest of this race, man, all right, now would be the time to go in and get your stuff. Hopefully make it to the end. Not have to come back down pit road again.
Let's take a walk through our field real quick and get you your top 20. Obviously, at first you got Brandon White. Devin Bacino's in that second spot. Logan Hagerman up to third. Blake Hensley is going to be fourth. In your fifth spot's going to be Brian Merle Jr. Brett Merle Jr. is in sixth. Jacob Bowen up to seventh spot. Michael Lawrence, eighth. Dustin Dean, even after spinning, finding himself up in that ninth spot. James Moore is 10th. Chris Wheeler, 11th. 12th sees Michael Provolt. Will Cloud will be 13th. He's your biggest mover in the field right now. As we look at all of these guys hitting pit road. Derek Chaput in the 14th spot. Dave Wright, 15th. 16th is going to see Dylan Redding. 17th is going to be Jackson Qualley. Jackson's got a lot of work to do to get 3 in a row. 18th is going to be Nick Forward. 19th as he hits pit road here is Max McClure. And rounding out your top 20, EJ Floyd. All right, Eddie. Brandon White get off pit road first. Devin Bacino second. Hagerman third. Looks like Dustin Dean was able to pull some pit strategy, get himself a couple positions on pit road there. But who do you think's gonna have the best chance of this thing?
Man, it's been between the Brandon White machine and Devin Bacino the whole race so far, man. They've been able to step it out and keep with each other, but still outpace everybody else. I'm interested in seeing what Logan Hagerman has. The strategy call from Dustin Dean here, that might get interesting.
Yeah.
See what Blake had.
I mean, his fastest lap was a second off of the leaders and the top 10 almost. And now he's going to be out there on probably, I would imagine, 2 tires. And I would imagine he took left sides. At least I hope he would take left sides. You never know.
And then kind of curious to see what Blake Hensley has for him up there.
Yeah, we saw Blake overdrive the corners a little bit there. I'm interested to see what Jacob Bowen can do. He's up to 6th position. He's up 2 spots, but we've known him to be a bit aggressive. Again, one of the slower best lap times, but that doesn't really mean anything when it comes down to the race speed. But I think a lot of these guys also have just been taking it easy during that first run. So I think you're going to see a mixed bag of what can I do's here.
Yeah. Somebody else to maybe look out for, too, is maybe Junior Nation over here. Brian Morrell Jr.
Yeah, Morrell Jr. is no stranger to being good here. I mean, he did well in the Cup and Trucks. Both. I mean, he beat me in the Trucks, and this is my home track. So... You know, I'm not that great here, but he to beat me is doing pretty well. The ARCA cars drive this track a lot like their trucks do, in my opinion, like gearing wise and such. As we
I wasn't really looking forward to being in this one. That's why I'm up here with you. I love it.
Yeah, there you go. I would rather be on track for this one. I love driving this track. I don't know what it is, just the nostalgia of it, I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's your home track. I can dig it.
Yeah, it's like me. Bristol's like, it's Bristol.
Right? Yep. But I love it.
Got some fans in the broadcast here on Facebook. Got Ryan Swan saying, let's go Buccino. Jennifer Bowen obviously calling out for Jacob. And also Jeff Brewer calling for Hammer Down Bowen. And then Brett Merle saying, Brian Nudie going to give me a guest spot on that calendar this year after that pick.
Uh-oh.
I think we should make an intensity broadcasting calendar of all the drivers from iOS, Original Rebels, and any of the dirt leagues that we do. We could get some guys to make us some good pictures for it.
Be pretty
cool. See if they see what they got here as they head into one, and they come out of turns 10 and 11. They're going to see that green flag just as they come underneath that walk bridge. That walk bridge is pretty cool. You can stand on it during the races and hear the cars rip right under your feet, which is kind of awesome.
Well,
and here they go.
I couldn't imagine being up there.
Green flag is in the air. As they dive down into turn one. Brandon White really getting to the outside there pretty well. Let's see who makes it through and who doesn't. Looks like everybody in the field made it through quite well. Man, there was some people not on pace with the race there.
Yeah, they were a little bit off there.
Brandon White already out to a full second lead over Dave Buccino. And Fresh Tires got him driving away right now as he starts to get into that rhythm, coming through the carousel, down the short chute into turns 10 and 11. Some really good passing zones on entry to 10 and entry to 11 there. Gannon Cypher's in the chat saying, let's go, Junior. And I think that's Brian Merle, Jr. Hagerman up to third again, facing down Buccino. Dustin Dean not doing too bad as he hangs on to that thing here in fourth.
Jacob Bowen was just off track. He'll lose a few spots there.
Oh yeah, way off track in turn 10. We've seen numerous cars do that over the years. As people go around him on the outside. On board with Dustin Dean as he heads into the bus stop here. Little loose out. He's starting to really reel in Logan Hagerman, 1.6 now. TJ Floyd has turned it around again. See what happened with him. Woo, hot into one, locks it up. Oh, Jimmy Johnson. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Johnson full bore into turn one. No brakes.
Remarkable.
This Wheeler going off track. Ooh, he's shooting it wide in 10. Oh, there's another car off track to 66 now. I believe that's still Seguin.
Dustin Dean's around in the S's.
Yep, Dustin Dean off track as well. He goes around in 10, I think. Oh, there he goes off track there in 10. So he went around in the S's too?
Yeah.
Locks it. Oh yeah, it's the inside. Man, he got lucky. I don't know how nobody hit him. That's wild. I've never seen somebody spin in the S's and not get a little bit of damage, but that's awesome save by Dean. Travis Paul looking like he had some issues as well here. Yep, he loses it at the top of the S's, hits the inside guardrail. Swings out into the outside guardrail. We're back live now where Brandon White is. Man, Bacino's really closed the gap down to 3/4 of a second again. He's not going away easy.
No, and they've been able to put us some space on Logan Hagerman back there. That's what I'm saying, man. These two have been the class of the field so far.
And Bacino really closing the gap through the carousel. He's going to have a run here at him on the short shoot. Might even see a attempt for a pass either through 11 or into 1 as he's really closing that gap here down into 10. Bacino really showing some patience here as he follows Brandon White down the front stretch and into 1. We'll see who gets through 1 and up the S's better. Bacino early in the race was getting through it better. We'll see how he does here. Really cool. You can hear him get back to the gas full throttle. Downshifting into 3rd, into 2nd. Trying to get back to the gas through the carousel. Hard on the gas out of the carousel. You see a little wiggle for Brandon White. As again, he starts to open that gap up.
It's up to a 2.5 seconds so far.
Little incident with Colton Kinsey. Says he went off track. Let's see what he did there. Ooh, hey, hang on to it, Colton. That sand trap helped Colton not die. A little bit of the same for Jacob Bowen here. Yep, Jacob Bowen's going to find himself out there too. And turn 10 is a place where everybody even in real life, they do the same thing.
They just went out to see if those sandcastles I built last.
Back to the front. 8 laps to go, and well, Brandon White showing the way, leading every lap so far, except for maybe 1 or 2. Oh, another little incident here. Dave Wright. Oh, loses it in 11, collects himself in the outside wall.
He almost had it saved.
Not very much damage there. It wasn't like watching him race. Where was it? Was it Michigan, where he had Skittles laying everywhere all over the track?
I think it was Michigan.
Alan Wernicke. Little hot through the bus stop. Gonna find himself doing a little grass mowing. No big deal. A little mowing never hurt nobody. Michael Smith. Looks like he did the same thing. A little grass mowing.
Who needs a landscaping crew?
Brandon White through the bus stop. He keeps it correct. Is really pulling away from Bacino now is Brandon White. You see Atman there at the bottom of the screen. Got a wreck on track here. Wait a second. Kronick. Ooh, TJ Floyd spins it in one. Oh. Gotta get him rolling, boys.
Man, oh man.
Tough break for those guys. Chris Wheeler's jumped to pits. He crashed as well. Colton Kinsey. Colton Kinsey in the S's hard into the inside wall. Oh, Max McClure, what a maneuver. Oh, but not Chris Wheeler. That's a tough wreck.
Oh,
now the Skittles are everywhere. Holy shnikes. Oh, they're still coming through. The caution flag local means slow down, gentlemen. And Dustin Dean. Man, it's such a tough corner to navigate sometimes. Getting back to the gas off 11 can be treacherous. That's why my parents always went there and took us there. They always said that that was a tough place, and people always did that exact same thing.
Heck yeah, man. It's definitely tough to get off that corner.
Blake Hensley doing some non-grass mowing, but some drift practice. A little bit of mowing. Brandon White, 3.7 seconds, 5 laps to go. He's going to have some lap cars to deal with. He's got some cars blowing up in front of him here as he's braking hard for the bus stop. See if he can keep it together. It's so easy to just make one mistake, especially this late in the race, Eddie, and cost yourself the entire race, especially after leading it like this.
Oh, absolutely, man. You sit there and, you know, if road racing ain't your thing and you've been able to keep it together for this long, and yeah, it's tough. Start overthinking stuff, and next thing you know, you're you're messing yourself up.
Right? Wonder if Devin Bacino's playing a little cat and mouse here with his prey. We'll see. Saving it for the last lap or two. Oh, I just jinxed him. And Bacino looping it around, gets his right rear out in that grass. Logan Hagerman's going to take over that second spot. And everybody fighting with these tires late in the race here.
Yeah, I'd about guarantee they wish they could come down and go get a couple tires and finish the rest of the lap.
Tobin Seguin off track on the backstretch. He can't even turn right now. He just rolls through the... He's going to get a penalty there. They'll hold him. Uh-oh, big crash. Jacob Bowen up through the S's. Ooh, who's that spin? Atlee Atman, we spinning. Brett Merle, reckon. See if we can see. Holy pile up in the S's. People are still coming through, though. Oh, my Lord. Nick Ford, Brett Myrtle. This is ARCA Series racing if I ever seen it, Eddie. Greg Froelich sneaking by.
There's chaos everywhere.
Yeah, that's all the way on the other side of the track there. A lot of people jumping to pits now. A lot of people limping around.
That's insane.
Back to the front. There's a lot of people on pit road right now. Brandon White putting some pressure on these guys, about to put him a lap down. But like I said, a lot of lap traffic here. It's 2 laps to go. Brandon's just got to exercise some patience. He's 13 seconds ahead of second place. Just manage it.
Yeah, just cruise.
Yeah.
Just cruise, man. You don't have to pass anybody. You stay right where you're at, man. And another thing, too, is pressing those guys, you know, you might cause them to make a mistake. Next thing you know, you've pressured them and taken yourself out.
Yeah, you see a leader coming behind you, you get a little nervous and jump a curb and or go off the track right in front of him. Man, it can be treacherous. They definitely are holding him up, though. As now Hagerman's up to 11 seconds back. As now Brandon White clearing one more. He's got one more guy to go, that 10 machine. And clear there into turn 10. The closest battle on track here from Nick Ford, Derek Chaput. Chaput trying to get around Ford. Ford really damaged. I don't even know how he's driving that thing straight still. Is he still close in the distance too? Look at him go.
Say it's not easy.
Your leader, Brandon White. Logan Hagerman only 11 seconds back. Brandon White gonna see some more lap traffic, but this is the final lap. Looks like Brandon White, barring any setbacks or bad mistakes here on this last lap, he's gonna find himself with a dominant performance here at the Glen. Jacob Bowen crashing right now. We'll look at that in a second. Woo-wee! Near miss again. And here comes Brandon White through the last turn. He's going to find himself ripping down the front stretch. He's going to take the checkered flag here at the Glen in the Gill's Dump Truck Service 25 lapper. Congratulations, Brandon White, on a dominant performance.
Man, I tell you what, man, I called Gill's Dump Truck Service the other day and ordered me one of those pizzas from their pizzeria.
Yeah, what did they tell you?
They say they don't make fast pizzas, they make pizzas fast. But they don't deliver them very fast.
Yeah, so you'll get it in what? They said like a month and a half, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 30 days, but
yeah,
you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not going to be disappointed. As long as I get a pizza, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I heard Josh Hall already got his.
Yeah, he was saying some high praise on it.
Yeah, I think he got a little like sponsorship deal or something from those guys. I don't know. It was pretty sketchy.
Yeah. I'll still try it though.
Yeah. As we watch Brandon White come down the short chute here, he's just taking his way around. He's going to find himself on the front stretch, I'm sure, momentarily to do his celebratory burnout. As long as the crew chief isn't telling him, don't do it. And with all that wrecking, Dave Wright ended up with 13th. All right. Let's see if we can get Devin Bacino up in the booth here with us. Hey, Devin, it's Joe and Eddie in the booth. You got us?
Yes, I do. How you doing, guys?
Good. How about yourself, man?
Good. Thank you.
So you had a heck of a race, man. I thought you were going to catch... I definitely thought you were going to catch Brandon White before that first caution. How did you see it from your end?
Yeah, I don't think we expected the caution to come out at lap 9. We were told lap 10, so we figured everyone would, finish lap 10, probably be lap 11. But that was probably the fastest the car was all race. We came out, and I didn't think I was overdriving trying to keep up with him after that caution. I mean, he had a perfect car. He had a couple slip-ups that I couldn't capitalize. I got by him once, and then I had a slip-up in 6 coming to 7 there. But he was just so fast today, man. We were, I felt like we were pretty even, but having that clean air, not having to worry about someone in your windshield to hit your marks is a big difference maker on these road courses.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I thought it was going to be between you and Brandon White for the checkered flag here. I mean, you guys had such dominant cars, and that little, I don't know. I like to say Joe probably jinxed you on that corner there because he was just bragging about how you was catching him, and next thing you know, we switch over and you had that little mess up there. So we'll blame Joe for that one.
That works for me. Doesn't make me look as bad. So thanks, Joe.
Hey, yeah, no doubt, Devin. One little mistake can cost you at these tracks, man. It's crazy what just a right tire on the grass can do when you go back and look at it. You'll see just your right tire gets on that grass, looped you around.
It's brutal. It came around so quick. I didn't have a chance I had no chance.
Yep. Well, congratulations, still keeping that thing in that third place. But anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I just want to thank Newcraft Fine Jewelry and Design. If you're in the Murfreesboro, Tennessee area, they can do any custom jewelry, anything you can imagine, they can get it done. Carolina Sim, you guys at Intensity, I appreciate it. Pelican Snowballs, and Mommy and Me Registry. It's a website app for expecting mothers because in the United States, you don't really get paid maternity leave, so they help fund that. It's a really great cause. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook. So, just want to thank them being on the car tonight.
Sweet, Devin. Those are some really cool things. And Eddie, I think, will be getting with you about that jewelry thing. So I'll send him your way.
Yeah. Get some Cuban links, Eddie.
Yeah,
all right, Devin. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, guys. I got you. No way. Those guys were faster than me. I'm not much of a road racer. My goal was simply just to stay on the track, not to spin out, and see where I finish. So I'm very happy with the second place.
Pretty good strategy, man. It absolutely worked for you tonight. Congratulations on your second. But yeah, I was kind of curious too if you were just holding something back and was going to make a run on those guys later on. But second's pretty good, man.
Yep, I'll definitely take second for sure. Yes, I did. Same strategy, all 3 series. I just wanted to keep it on track, and I managed to finish top 10 in all 3 series. I'm sure if I actually put some more practice in there and actually tried to push it a bit, I'd be a lot faster. But I was satisfied with where I finished in all 3 series.
Yeah, I don't think you can say you're not a road racer anymore. That's you got to throw that one out.
Exactly.
But congratulations on your second place finish. Time to go get a first place now.
Yes, I agree.
All right, anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank my grandma again. She's been watching like every one of these races. So thanks for watching, Grandma.
Grandma Hagerman?
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Grandma Hagerman, for hanging out with us all night and watching your grandson do work there. Awesome job.
All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to you next week.
And Brandon White, you got us?
Happening, guys?
Man, it's
What's up,
been a
buddy?
while since we've been able to talk to you here up in the booth, but you got Joe and Eddie, and man, it was a dominant performance. You had a little bit of pressure early from Bacino, but really able to keep it out front most of the night.
Heck yeah, that was fun. We were just talking about that, how we were pretty much dead even the first 10 laps. And he would actually, towards the end, he actually was getting in my head a little bit. I'm not going to lie. And it was pressuring me, and I'd get in the corner a little better, and he'd get off a little better. And I think the last lap, I was expecting the flag to go a little longer. And not the last lap, but the last lap for the yellow came out. I was expecting it to go a little longer, and I was like, "Oh no, he's gonna catch me!" And then I got relieved when the yellow came out. But when he got by me, I was like, "Oh no, man! Now I got to try to keep up with him." And luckily, I got lucky, and he missed. I don't know what turn. I think it was turn 6, and I was able to capitalize, and it was a good race right then to that yellow flag. And then after that, it was fun. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, you definitely had the dominant car out there. You and Bacino both. And I was kind of wondering what would have happened if it would have come down to you guys being as close on the last lap or so, and that would have been real exciting there.
That's what I was expected to go that long, to be honest.
Yeah,
you guys had it
it
down.
was awesome to watch. It was fun watching there early in the race, and then even late before he turned it aside. And like you said, there was a point in that early run where you guys were swapping it back and forth. One person would overshoot the corner, the other one be able to get underneath. It was fun to watch. Go back and
Oh, I bet I'm gonna watch
so.
it again after this. Definitely, I always do that every race, and you guys do a great job, by the way. So
Yeah, thanks a lot. Hey, you got anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
yeah, I'd like to thank everybody that was racing out there for being clean, and how do you say his last? Pacino, for driving really clean out there and stuff. It was fun, and I hope to have more of that throughout the season.
Awesome.
Go 2 pedals, 1 clutch.
There you go. Congratulations. Well, hopefully we'll hear from you some more again.
Yeah, I just want to say, Eddie, I made your pizza and I dropped it, so it's going to be another couple months before you can get another one.
Oh man, this is the first time Isaiah Gill crashed the delivery truck. He was delivering it in one of y'all's dump trucks, and he crashed it. So y'all had to make another one. I don't know what happened to it. But I'm
Okay,
glad to know
so
you
what
made it.
happened was when he wrecked, it slapped him in the face, and he hit the airbag, and the airbag slapped him in the face again, and it had his imprint on the face, and it's not that like good looking. So no, I'm kidding.
I mean, he was funny looking before the wreck, anyway.
All right, guys.
Nice. All right, Brandon White. Congratulations, buddy. Hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Heck yeah, looking forward to it.
All right.
Congrats, man.
All right, Eddie. Well, that'll conclude the race here at Watkins Glen International. And man, I'll tell you what, it didn't disappoint me. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, that was definitely some good racing, man, up front with Brandon White and Devin Pacino up there. Like I said, man, I think it would have been really entertaining if they were closer on the last lap. So,
yeah,
it was good racing overall.
Yep, some incidents on track by some of these guys, and some of these people benefit from it. Pretty crazy. Earl comes home 5th, Provault 6th, Lawrence 7th, Chaput 8th, Nick Ford. You saw what his car looked like. He brought that thing home 9th. Okay, Alan Warnicki starts from pit road and finishes the race in 10th. Dustin Dean, we saw him spin a couple times. He's in 11th. Max McClure 12th. David Wright 13th. Will Cloud 14th. Mike Rentz 15th, rounding out your top 15 at 1 lap down. So everybody in the top 14 on the lead lap, just barely for Cloud, but awesome job by all the drivers. For Intensity Broadcasting, I'm Joe Wright. I've been joined tonight by my man Eddie Morris, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow night where we go iOS Cup track racing. And where are we going to be, Eddie? We're going to be at Pocono, right?
Yeah, we're going to be at the Oh No Pocono.
Oh, no.
That's right.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Check us out, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Also, check out the podcast. It's up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts as well. And for Intensity Broadcasting is Atlee @Manwees, who had a really bad night tonight, would say over and out.